So I say, as a black man, I prefer a black woman. That's just my preference. I don't want to be with anybody who don't love me. Black, white, short, fat, skinny, tall. No, I don't want to be with anybody who doesn't love me. I don't even want to be with friends who don't love me.
But Lee,
Not in marriage. I don't want to be around people who don't love me.
saying that modern women are more independent, and according to a 2023 Pew Research study, 48% of women say marriage isn't necessary for fulfilling life, with some believing black women are leading that shift, saying that should black men keep fighting for black women or as wives, or build with whoever truly wants to build with them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I need to make one adjustment that both of my sons are not married. Only one of my sons are married. I have a daughter that's married. However, in that space, having 4 daughters and 6 sisters, I've been surrounded by women my whole life, and a ton of nieces that I grew up with. It's a lot in that mix, man. And so I am pro black man get a black woman. I'm pro that. I'm not anti interracial marriages, though I think we have to be intentional about what we do and who we are. So the feminist movement has influenced our women a lot, and I think it's intentional that the culture has allowed some avenues to black women that they didn't allow to black men, and now black women are in a quagmire about that. It's real. I got daughters and sisters. It's real. How do we adjust it? I think we have to adjust it in love. I think we have to approach it again with what I said, love and intentionality. And I'm intentional about being with a black woman. I would say it like this, and we got friends and family members who are interracial marriages. And I say, listen, first of all, love is the key. But however, I want to say because, not only did I marry a black woman, I married a woman that's a certain height and a certain body size, right? Which means I discriminate against all other, I didn't marry a 6'5" woman, and I wouldn't have. Do I hate 6'5" women? I preferred a 5'8" wife. So I think there's a place for discrimination. I do, right? I think there's a place for it. Because if you want to be, in my opinion, you discriminate in your relationships. You chose somebody over somebody you wouldn't have chosen, right? To me, that's a good discrimination. So I think black men should discriminate in accepting black women. That's not against Asians or Hispanics or whites. That's just preference. No more than I prefer a petite, short woman. That's my preference. I'm not against 6'5" bigger women. I just wouldn't have married one of them. And look, and they wouldn't have married a 5'7" guy. They discriminated. They have a choice to discriminate. I understand a 6'5" woman wanting at least a 6'4" man, at least, right? So I say, as a black man, I prefer a black woman. That's just my preference.
So we got to hold your feet to the fire on this one, because even if it's to their detriment of being with that black woman.
Well, first of all, you say detriment. I start by saying we should lead with love and intentionality. So I don't think detriment should come into play if we lead right.
If we lead right?
So if we lead right.
On him and not on her.
No, it's definitely not all on either. It's okay. It's equal distribution of intentionality and purpose and love. I don't want to be with anybody who don't love me. Black, white, short, fat, skinny, tall. No, I don't want to be with anybody who doesn't love me. I don't even want to be with friends who don't love me.
But lead
not in marriage. I don't want to be around people who don't love me.
But lead right would also imply being objective and, as you said, discriminate in the criteria and qualifications for a woman. So if a woman doesn't meet that criteria and qualification, then she should otherwise automatically be eliminated.
Sure.
Correct?
Sure. I think here's the problem with that. I think if we start painting with a broad brush, then we not just discriminate, and here's the term, then we become prejudiced. We prejudge people based on our assumptions. So now we've eliminated this whole group of women because we prejudge that they are that way. We haven't met them, spending time with them, learned to know them, understood them, gone through, again, language. So I didn't like something you said, but what you said didn't mean what I thought it meant because we coming from two different places. So you're using some words that I didn't like without us discussing what those words mean to you, because those words may mean something very different than you than it meant to me. Give you an example of that. My wife and I have had a challenge with this. I say things quite often like, I don't care about that. I simply mean that's not a priority to me. What my wife hears is, I hate it. I disdain it. I'm like, no, I don't hate it or disdain it. It's just not a priority right now. But I use the word care. For her, care is a much deeper word. It's more emotional. It's more feeling. To me, it's not. It can be surface. So we have to communicate about what does the care means when we use it, and be careful when we use it with each other because it doesn't have the same meanings. So I think that happens in people meeting all the time relationally. And so we come to these stereotypes and then we prejudge. And so now we've eliminated people. And that person may have been right for you. But I don't even think that's just relative to marriage. That's a relationship issue, period. Who your friends are. Who are your business partners?